How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to IPL 5 here at the Cosmopolitan Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada. And we're going to have game number 2 underway here between Fnatic and Colwn. It's actually going to be a really good one. Game 1 did tip to the hat of Colwn. They did manage to take that one, but Fnatic is not a team to sleep on for sure, as they went through our entire tournament undefeated until they lost that one game to Colwn. You can expect them to be a little bit rattled, but I think that they're going to overcome that.
Yeah, it's very possible. Game 2 is starting right now. The map is going to be the castle. It was loser's choice, so Fnatic feels that they have the best shot of actually winning here. And AKM will be up first attacking for Colwn. Let's give a cheer for Colwn and Fnatic.
All right, here we go. Now the action's going to begin as AKM now watching the initial flurry of rockets here. Keep in mind, folks, that that's pretty much how it works in Shootmania. At the beginning of the game, you want to make sure that you're zoning out your opponent and making him go where you want him to go. Of course, you see AKM here traversing the mid area, but he needs to determine what he wants to do and take out at least one defender by the 15-second mark. That's kind of like my rule there. I like to be able to enter into a 2v1 with plenty of time left on the clock, at least 30 seconds, and you're going to see there will be one defender over by the pillar, and oh man, a misstep there by AKM actually cost him, as he did get hit 2 times by Strengths, and now this will be a pretty bad look here, but AKM can overcome. He able to nail that shot on the side. Amazing shot, taking out Strengths. It's going to be, nice stop by Yeepy to end that one. It was going to be a 1v2, but Yeepy ended that one right away, and the score is going to be 1-0 to open things up on the defensive side. So Fnatic raid call looking good, and if they do manage to take this one, it'll be 2-0, which will be even better because you want to go up early with those attack round wins, and Yeepy is the guy to do it.
That's right. If you can force pressure early with a nice successful attack round, then the other team is going to be playing catch-up the whole time. It adds, just huge pressure, and as it gets into the later rounds, it can be really difficult to try and make up for any extra rounds you happen to get during that time. So Yeepy can set a nice established precedent here. If he can get an attack round in, they can continue to build on that lead. Yeepy trying to figure out which defender he wants to isolate first. I think that was Sturmy over there. No, it's actually AKM that Yeepy just eliminated. Wins hit him from the top side, though, so it is 2 defenders against 2 armor. Sort of essentially an even situation. Wow, easy shot there for Yeepy. Just 1 defender left and 2 armor remaining on Yeepy. I give him pretty good odds here. Sturmy, however, is a pretty defensive beast as well, so it's a matter of Yeepy's laser. He does miss, so he's going to back off. It takes a couple of seconds for that laser to recharge, and it feels like a really long time in a situation like this. When your laser is down, he captures the goal.
Wow!
While Sturmy's on top of him.
Josh, that was some great play by Yeepy. He did exactly what Fnatic RC needed him to do. Be the first leadoff attacker, be that leadoff, and win the round to already set the tone for this game on the castle. Now, the castle's a highly defensive map here, folks, so expect Wins to have to kind of overcome a lot of situations. You can see this initial flurry of rockets as Wins is going to determine what his movement is going to be here, trying to go for that long-range shot, not able to connect with it, and he is going to try and see if he can commit to his side here. And like you said before, Josh, isolate a defender, which is very essential in this game, and if you can manage to do so, take out that one guy with coming out unscathed, that's a great look there, especially at this point in the game.
Ouch, Wins did just catch a shot from Lacane. Strengths crossing him up as well, and Strengths is very sneaky on this map. Specifically, the castle has a bunch of hiding places that he likes to take advantage of. Wins pops another defender there. Strengths and Lacane still standing. They're going to have some time to get back to the goal. Wins, I'm not sure what he was looking for there, just fired at the ground randomly, but there's a shot on Strengths. Only Lacane remains against Wins, and it is next shot Wins. The goal is open. We're going to have a tense firefight here at the end.
Look at
Lacane trying to stay behind the wall and fire out, but Wins hops up, slaps him down with the laser, and that's an attacking round for Colwn, effectively tying up this game.
That was a pretty smart play there defensively, I must say. Keep in mind, though, they did end up losing that round, but the takeaway from that for the guys from Fnatic raid call was that he dipped over to the pillar and decided to use that as cover instead of the goalpost, which can be a little bit riskier. Unfortunately, did not get there in time, as now Strengths is going to be attacking for this team, and he has been a great player this entire tournament, being pretty much consistent on offense and defense. You have to give him praise. Of course, trying to get that lay of the land, as I always say, seeing if he can find at least one opponent. You see that he kept his crosshair over by the elbow, which was that broken wall to the right side. He needs to be careful with one defender there, and Strengths now dipping around the side here and going to take the jumper, which is actually quite surprising, and that causes him, as AKM manages to nail 2 there. Nice stuff, but Strengths, that was not the best choice to make in that situation, with 3 defenders waiting for you to make a mistake, and that's exactly what happened. Sturmy on the attack for Colwn. Josh, Josh, I think that Sturmy might try to extend this lead here for Colwn.
I think he certainly will. He's not going to jump in the water at the very beginning.
That'd be cool.
That would be pretty bad. As I think actually one person did jump in the electric soup during this tournament. I think it was ID from SK Gaming. If he's in the crowd, go ahead and, you know, jeer him a little bit. No, I'm just kidding. He was a semifinalist, so pretty darn good. Anyway, Sturmy attacking now. Trying to get vision of the attack.
Oh, look at that.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Strengths. I told you he had sneaky hiding places, and he just got 3 rockets for his trouble. All he had to do is pick the right place. Sometimes it doesn't work out. Sometimes he hides in a terrible spot, and they happen to run right past him. But that one worked out beautifully, and Strengths saves the round there for Fnatic.
And that's what that zoning's about, man. You just got to make sure that they're going to the side you want them to go to, you know, with that flurry of rockets. And now Lacame on the attack for Fnatic raid call. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he could do here because, you know, extending the lead is going to be very important in this early game. You know, putting that pressure on Colwn, especially when you're down 1-0 in this series here in a best of 5. Oh, what a close rocket as Lacame just manages to narrowly avoid that one. Finding someone over on the right side, and that was actually going to be the elbow that we call that there, that broken wall that Lacame just shot at. And that's a great defensive position for someone to be at. And oh, you're going to see the challenge here as Sturmy and AKM do manage to nail some shots. It's going to be up to Lacame here to avoid the situation. He's only going to have 3 seconds left. Has not been able to land a laser, and he gets taken out.
AKM, you can see he's got the most defensive rockets here on his team. He is playing that forward position, so it's not really a note about his teammates having fewer. It's more a note that he is being a very efficient frontman. Usually, the forward-most defender is going to have a tougher time staying alive, so the more rockets he gets, the better. They are looking to trade at worst, you know, trade 1 rocket for his life just so that they can get started on a good footing. But the more rockets that forward defender gets, the better. AKM attacking it now, and he does hit a 48.5 meter shot to get started. We've got Strengths and Lacame still standing, but Lacame actually hits him with a cross shot over from that elbow, and Strengths is down on the column. So both defenders still on the low ground. Strengths wings him from close range, and Strengths puts Fnatic up 4-3 with that last shot.
Yeah, great spacing there on the Rockets by Strengths there to close that out. YP on the attack for Fnatic raid call. Very good attacker and knows exactly what needs to be done. You know, and one of the things I'm looking forward to seeing here is how he approaches that forward attack, that forward defender, just because you have a very good angle on the attacker there if you're that defender, especially playing that pillar. So we'll see what YP does to answer back on that regard of finding defenders up top. He sees the Rockets you know, flying over, takes the shot over at the elbow, not able to connect with it. More Rockets flying over on the side that YP decided to commit himself to. You could see a lot of the activity going on here. Actually, I'm looking at the overhead on my end, but there is a lot of activity on the defensive side. Granted, though, YP is throwing down lasers, not able to connect, finding someone by the elbow, not able to take him out either. 4 seconds on the clock. Let's see what YP could do here. He needs to make a play right now. He has not lost an arm yet, so this is good, but I jinxed him. Sorry about that, as YP ends up losing 1, and he's only going to have a few seconds here to do something. All 3 members of Colwn are going to be up. He's going to lose another one of his armor, and he is going to get taken out by AKM. Great work there. He has 7 defensive rockets landed. Nice work, but on the other side of that, Strengths also doing a great job too with 7 defensive rockets. It really is just a defensive stalemate at this point, as Wins is going to attack here, and he wants to try and crack this shield that Fnatic raid call has managed to establish here on the castle.
Yeah, we're getting closer and closer to that 9-point limit on each map. 4-4 is about the halfway point here, and neither team has really set themselves apart just yet. Very evenly matched so far. Wins is going to attack in. I think he was, yes, the successful attacking round earlier, and he was a bit of an all-star on attack rounds yesterday, getting 3 attack rounds in 1 game in one of the group play. But Wins moving forward, inching forward. He's got 1 isolated defender. He's going to try and duel with him. There he does trade 1 armor for his life, but getting hit again. Wow, so 1 armor left against 1 defender. It's just Strengths back at the pole. Strengths has been a very clutch defender all weekend long. Will he be able to stop Wins here at the point?
Yeah, and you can actually see a hint of red there on the side. Playing that pillar, this is actually going to be a really smart play here because he's going to be able to zone him out. Now moving to the platform. Oh, nice stuff there by Strengths to come up clutch with the W on Wins. And I was going to say, he played that pillar because it gives him great coverage as opposed to playing the goal. And then as soon as he knocks him back, he's able to run in there and be able to just, I guess, zone him out with some rockets. So good stuff indeed there. Now Strengths is going to be attacking for Fnatic Recall. Let's see what he could do here, as he has a great laser, playing very consistent for this team, holding it down pretty much as best as he possibly can on the defensive front. But now he has to step it up on the attack here. You could see the rockets hitting the fences. In case you guys don't know, rockets and lasers don't go through fences. But AKM, though, that rocket's definitely going to hit Strengths, and that will be a problem there, as Strengths is going to have a lot of time left to work with, and dealing with a 1v3 with 2 armor is not the best look to have, as he's going to be wrapping around here. Of course, seeing 2 defenders on the side, and he might be able to pick one off. No, he does not. Misses the shot against Wins there. Going to be playing on the left side there, knowing that his back is going to be against the wall. 4 seconds left to play, as Strengths is going to have to make something happen as soon as he possibly can. He will have 13 seconds to play with here, and Rockets narrowly missing him. That is a scary situation for him to be at, because that would have put him at 1, and he cannot seem to do anything as he's going to make his way inside, getting taken out by Sturmy and Wins to end that round. 5-5 is the count. Great play here by both teams on the defensive side. You got to give them credit. They're hungry for this 30,000. I don't blame them. Vegas, baby.
It's very interesting how this game is sort of stalled out, as EP and Win started so hot there with their attacking rounds. Now Sturmy attacking for Colwn. Everything has been all defense since then, and Sturmy, the Italian Quake player, going to check out what he can do on the ground here on the castle. This one is actually a little bit harder for attackers and has been for quite a while. The reasoning being that it is essentially an uphill battle where the attacker is exposed most of the time, and the defenders are not exposed really at all. They've got columns, they've got broken walls, they've got points to defend on. Sturmy wins that duel and continues on to the next one. And takes out the game. Only one defender left. Is he going to land the rocket though? Yeepee saves the day for Fnatic with all those rockets. Look at that. And that puts Fnatic up 6-5. So this is about to reach an interesting situation. If you're unfamiliar with Shootmania, what's going to happen essentially is that the team that defended first, in this case Fnatic, if we continue in a stalemate, they will eventually be put on map point every single time they attack. If the score is 8-7, for example, it'll be Fnatic's turn to attack, and if they win, that's gonna, that'll just be the game. So if Colwn finds themselves in that position, then Fnatic will have a turn to have a rebuttal. So just an interesting way of how the turn taking and win by 2 mechanic works.
Yep, and Lacame already getting pegged once by Sturmy's rocket there. You can see the pressure being applied. As soon as the laser goes off, you're going to see the defenders coming out of the woodwork, putting in the rockets as best as they possibly can, and placing them where it needs to go. You're going to see an even spread there of good crosses. And wow, that was a close rocket. Too close for comfort there, as Lacame is still trying to keep the drive alive here for this team. He has 2 seconds to play with until it becomes alive. That's going to be the goal. And there's a lot of rockets flying in his way. 3 defenders up top, on top of the goalpost. This is not going to be good. And Wins ends up eliminating Fnatic, RC Lacame, and that is going to be a stop there, 6-6. And like you said, Josh, defensive stalemate, and AKM is the kind of player who can stop this one. He can crack that, and let's see if he's going to be able to do this here in this attacking run that he will have.
Yeah, we actually have 6 of the best attackers all on these teams. So when you gather up, all the Shootmania players in the room right now, I think these 6 would definitely rank in the top 8. So we've got tons of talent in here that any one of them could just go pew, 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 win a round in seconds flat, and AKM has been doing that all tournament long, so definitely look out for him to be able to do that.
Yeah, he's going to be a big player here, and now, oh, wow, Yeepee and Lacame managing to get 2, and
he gets knocked out of the map. And you cannot actually get back up. There's no way he's going to have enough time. There is one possible way, but at this point in the game, there's no way he's going to be able to get back to the front of the map. There's one spot that you can jump up on. He realizes it's hopeless. He's going to take a swim. He's got about 12 more seconds. He can, just relax. And that's what we call a sabo. Sabotage. Godson with Epsilon actually is famous for sabotaging, but now AKM, he's got, the IPL 5 Shootmania Finals Sabotage under his belt, so check that off the box there. And yeah, that's a win. That's a winning round for Fnatic. Even though they only hit him with 1 rocket, there was no chance for AKM to get back up there.
That was a good try there, but really, it sucks. The Rockets, what it is in this game, when the Rockets connect to your body, they would obviously take a point of armor, but if they do not and they hit the ground around you, you'll actually get propelled a little bit to the left or the right or underneath, depending on where you're moving to and where the rocket hits. So that's pretty much what happened. The Rockets just propelled him up, and he fell over that ledge. But that was pretty funny. Now we are going to get back to the action here as EP, it will be on the attack for Fnatic. Raid Call taking a look here to see who he can pick off first, but instead he actually gets one armor taken away. Look at that cross of rockets there, trying to prevent him from making any kind of movement whatsoever. And plenty of time on the clock though for EP to work with. He is a little bit at a disadvantage with that 2 armor, narrowly missing those rockets, missing that laser as well. EP now going to be dipping around to the side, and you're going to see a lot of activity going down over by the left here as EP needs to get this laser down. One by the pillar, one by the goal, and that's going to have 1 armor left there for EP as he's going to get the pressure put on him. Nice stuff by Wins to end that round. EP gets taken out there. 7-7 is the score, and this is a defensive match indeed, Josh. We're seeing great defense out of both teams. It really is just surprising to see, and it's not that they can't win attack rounds. No, that's not it at all. They're making insane shots. It's just that they can't follow it up, and there's pretty much is because of great defensive positioning.
Yeah, we're falling out of the map. I mean,
that too, falling out of the map, right? It happens all the time. Happens to me a lot.
Is it 1 in a million or is it like 0.1 in a million?
Oh, stop it, dude.
Wins is attacking now for Colwn. He's always on fire, actually. It's just a matter of whether the defense can get to him first, and he's hit some amazing shots this weekend, so I'm definitely looking forward to this attacking round. We are at the perfect point, actually. If Wins does take this attacking round, that means that Fnatic would only have 1 opportunity for a rebuttal before going down. So, when the score is 7-7 like this, it's a great time to make some magic happen. And he does take out Lacame. Strengths is down on the low ground, and he does finish him off. Strengths winning the round there for Fnatic. We're going to continue on. Now we're in that map point position I was talking about earlier. Fnatic is always going to be in map point, but Colwn, if they get an attacking round first, Fnatic will always have a chance for a rebuttal. That's just an effect of being the first team on defense on any of these given maps.
Yeah, let's see here. Strengths now on the attack. He could end this here and make the series 1-1 in this best of 5 if he comes up clutch and does manage to be able to land a few key lasers. The thing here is that he has to be able to land at least 1 within the 20 to 15 second mark. It's a very important thing here, but he cannot get hit. He needs to have those 3 armor so that this way, when the goal does become active, he has that advantage of at least sacrificing 1 of his armor, but he is going to get taken out at the 14-second mark. That's not going to be good here. He is going to be able to take 1 out.
Ouch.
Oh, nice double tap there as Wins just had it perfectly lined up. 8-8 is the score. We're guaranteed going to extra rounds at least. And Sturmy is going to be attacking for Colwn here after Strengths' failed attempt. It could be all up to Sturmy to do this one here and make it 9-8 in favor of Colwn.
This is where the tension really starts to build. Every single laser, every single rocket becomes just that much more important because every single time Colwn attacks, Fnatic will have 1 more chance to rebut. But if Fnatic gets the attacking round first, that will just end the game. So Colwn needs to be playing on their best defense. They need to try and get an attack round while they can. But Fnatic, Strengths, EP, and Lacame have been doing such a great job on defense. It's going to be tough for Sturmy. Sturmy does pick off EP, who's had some clutch defensive rounds earlier, so Strengths and Lacame need to get up closer to the point. Lacame is playing the column. Sturmy knows he's there. He's going to try and dance with him there. There's an armor getting picked off. Lacame doing a good job staying alive there. While Strengths comes up the ramp, the time is coming for the goal to be open. Strengths against 2 armor of Sturmy. Strengths versus Sturmy. Next shot wins. Oh my
God, that was so close.
The rocket was already launched by the time the laser had that instant travel time. They would have both eliminated each other had this been like deathmatch or something, but the fact is the laser hit first, and that is a successful attacking round for Sturmy. That means Lacame has 1 opportunity here to bring this back to an even game. This is the rebuttal I was talking about earlier. Lacame is the last chance here for Fnatic to make the series 1-1. Colwn, if they can defend this round, they'll move into Game 3 with a 2-0 lead in our IPL 5 finals.
Yeah, but it's going to be a combination of smart movement and supreme accuracy to get this win here for Lacame as he's trying to get at least 1 laser shot. Oh, wow, you can see the rockets flying over on the left side of Lacame. He had to avoid that one or else it could have been bad. Look at more rockets flying everywhere. Great coordination with the rockets by the guys from Colwn here. And finally, one of them lands some great crossing, but Lacame is now going to be stuck in a bad spot. He's going to be sitting at a 1v3 with 2 armor, and no, the double tap might happen. He's going to have 1 armor left, and that is going to be it. Colwn taking it. Game number 2 in the favor of them. Wow. Great game, and Fnatic Raid Calls lost 2 in a row at this point. Let's see what's going to happen in game number 3. But I tell you, man, this is going to be an intense one because Fnatic Raid Calls life in this tournament. That opportunity to get $30,000 is on the line here, and they have to play flawless for the next 3 games.
Yep, so much is happening here. I mean, Fnatic, they haven't lost a game until now. Suddenly they're down 0-2. That's a little shocking, and Colwn is in a position where they can basically relive their ESWC championship and take first place at yet another tournament. Colwn has won multiple events in the past, and Fnatic, under this new tag, has not really had the first place or second place finish as Fnatic. So of course they're looking to get out, started on the right foot with Fnatic, their new organization. Let's hear from the crowd if you think Fnatic has a chance of coming back in this series.
And who here thinks that Colwyn's going to end up taking it with a sweep of 3-0?
Well, a lot of people think Fnatic still got some fight in them.
Either that or they just didn't listen to me.
They just don't listen to you. Okay, Collided is actually going to be our next map. It's going to come here with us on the other side of a short break.